Let's kick off with the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is a card that shows our figure standing by what looks like a bush with things growing. And on that scene, we see that what's growing appears to be pentacles, symbolic of the fact that these are material things. All pentacles are things that we have already manifested, things that we have thought about, felt, acted upon, and arrived at a place where we have a product. Hi. So it's one of those things, sorry, it's so hot, my hair stuck to my head, sorry. It's a card of actually saying that as we actually develop and go forwards, we're able to reap what we sow. So things that we have done are now in a place where we are able to look at what we can take from it and what we can use and what we can actually decide needs to be tweaked or put into another test or another direction. So it's a bit like saying our figure is going up to that bush and he has taken down one of the pentacles, and what he's about to do is look at what he can do with that one pentacle. Imagine it's something that's grown, perhaps it's a pomegranate or a piece of fruit, that kind of thing. And will he sell it? Will he eat it? Will he, what do you call it when you are able to kind of fuse two things together? Cross-pollination, I guess, is kind of what it is. So what does he do with that, And he's going, oh gosh, it's not growing quickly enough. I wanted it to be at a 10, not at a 7, that kind of thing. So this is a card of risk and security, securing the fact that you've got something that's actually paid off and it's starting to progress and it's starting to go places, and possibly impatience. And that impatience implies that you don't know what to do next, okay? But it's about reaping what you sow, picking what it is and deciding, right, okay, this has paid off and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to try and sell it, and hopefully I won't spoil the whole lot. Should he pick everything off the bush? He doesn't know. He's contemplating it. He looks a bit fed up in that picture, doesn't he? But it's telling you, if you are fed up, don't give up. You're getting there, okay? It's time to invest in something else, in another direction, but keep with what you've got. Okay, this person's had to work incredibly hard for money or for things that they are manifesting, products, cash, material things, cars, homes, whatever it is, bicycle, children, whatever. It's things in their life that are actually tangible. Okay. So this is a card of taking what feels like a financial risk, or maybe even an investment of one's time and effort. And this is a card telling you to only invest a tiny amount, nothing more than you can afford to lose. So it's about picking one of those pentacles and deciding what to do with it before you actually put the whole job lot and kind of go, right, what do I do? I've lost the lot. I've gambled the lot, as it were. It's telling you not to risk it all. Hold on to some of what you have and look at the long-term view now. Where are you going? What are you trying to achieve? What do you want in a week, a month, a year, 10 years? And it's about having sustainable results. Okay, sorry, that was hard to say. Sustainable results and perseverance. And it's about your investment, maybe of time, energy, maybe money, maybe it's to do with the work that you've put in. And it's about building on those achievements and deciding maybe it's time to actually navigate another choice or go in another direction. It's about building on your achievements and saying, right, okay, here we go. Bit like, if you are training to do something and you get to a point where you go, now what do? I don't know what to do with that. Maybe I should do X, For example, many years ago, I was a nursery nurse. So I was trained and qualified and got my NNEB certificate. And it's like, right, okay, do I want to work in a school, a nursery for social services, in special care baby unit? Do I want to work in a crash? Do I want to work for a private organisation? or do I want to work as a nanny? And it was all the choices of, okay, well, I've got that now, but what do I do with that? Okay, so it's about choosing where you go from there on in. Okay, so building on your achievements, building on your success. Sometimes you need to pause to assess the situation. You know, that's smart, to be able to not just kind of leap and kind of go on like a headless chicken. I'm going in this direction. Think about it, pause. What is it that you want? You know, where are you going? Are you on the right path? Will this navigate to where you want to be? Or are you just reacting and acting on situations? It's a time to look at what you've done and be pleased by a job that you did very well. And it's about looking out for the next sensible step. Okay, so this is what this card is all about. Now, if this comes up in a reading, you know, it can be quite difficult to say, right, okay, is it which one of these? As I keep telling you all, and I played my little sort of video before I jumped on here in person today, it was to say to you, I do have courses to help you with all of that. And it's tarotcourses.online. And I'll be showing you a little bit about that in our further scenes as we move through this workshop today. It's a platform where you can go and buy little keywords, or you can have a tarot journal so that you can keep note of what it is that you are learning about the cards and make those notes. I've had a journal for years and years and years. I didn't call it that. It was my little red book, actually, but it's now known as a tarot journal by lots and lots of different people. So call it what you want, notes for your tarot. That's what it's about. So I've got that. But the courses, well, the courses are very different. I have supported readers, psychics, intuitives, mediums, tarot readers, and oracle readers for the last, 15 years, as the lead and brand name of a big business. And what that did was it was providing support to everybody. You know, what content were we going to do? What were we going to say? How could we handle a difficult customer? What is it, the kind of no-no questions that we should not be looking at or doing? You know, what should we be sort of saying, gosh, no, we cannot deal with health or legal, and all the effects of the law, and, you know, all those things that you've got to be careful, you know, that a reading is for paid entertainment purposes only, all that kind of thing, you know, so that you don't say, oh, absolutely, you know, let's stake my life on what the cards are saying. You can't. The cards are advice. You are the interpreter. You are the guidance. But in order to be able to put all the pieces of the puzzle together, it's important that you actually know that there is a system to be able to read in tarot. So it's not just about plucking one card and going, which of these key points that's on this PDF behind Anne-Marie is it that applies? It's much more than that. But we had to go step by step so that you know the actual meanings of the cards. Then you look at the feelings. What do you feel when you look at that card? Well, we can see the mountains going on in the background, okay, which actually represents challenges that the person is yet to face. And we can see that he's standing on the ground, which represents that he is grounded. We can see that he's leaning onto the hoe and kind of contemplating and looking at what he has grown and the hard work that he's put in. And he looks like he doesn't know what to do. He looks relaxed, but he also looks as if he's perplexed and puzzled and doesn't quite know what to do. We've all been there. It's stages in our life. But if you've got a major card next to it, it completely changes everything. Let's say that the major card that came up with the Seven of Pentacles happened to be the Hermit. The Hermit is all about work. It's about our duty and our daily routine. It can be about health matters. So, again, how would you apply that as a power? Well, it could be any of those, but where does it come up in the reading? Let's say it lands in the position of work, the sixth house, astrologically speaking. Then you would absolutely know it's all about work, and it's all about this person and how they're navigating their work. Could actually pop up in their emotions, and they don't know what to do with how far they've gone down the line with a special person. Could actually be with themselves. Could be, look, I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know whether to move here, jump there, or stay put. You see? So there is a system, and that is what my website actually can help you with. And so you can just go on purchase the course that you want, just stick to that course. So you pick Pentacles, as we're doing now, learn that one, and then kind of say, right, move on to the next one. Then when you've gone through all the 78 cards, if you already know them, fine. You can jump up in and go into the intermediate signature course of how to read in pairs and how to get that first spread going. I only use one spread. It doesn't, I don't need anything else. It's all there. Why would I change it? Only one spread. Okay. Hi, Nazil. How are you? That is our 7 of Pentacles. Has anybody got any questions about this card? If not, I'm going to move on. So I'll give you a moment. No, nobody's popping in. Okay, don't be shy. If you want to ask, please do. Okay. Sometimes we get a lot of interest in this, where people do want to actually ask, but they're making notes. By the way, please, if you would like a copy of this PDF oh, you're good. No, I'm good, and just tell you, oh, bless you. Thank you very much. Look, there you are. I've popped you up on the screen. New subscriber there. Oh, bless you. Thank you very much. That's so nice. There we go. You liked the video. That's really good. So this is helping anyone that wants to actually work for a living, as well as tarot enthusiasts. You don't have to do it as a profession, but there is a system. And I know what it's like to actually feel that you don't know where you're going with your tarot readings, and you don't know what it's like, as in if it's a difficult question, or that somebody is very demanding of your time, or insisting that you give them the answer that they want to hear, and you've got to be firm. You're the reader, and you've got to say, I'm not here to do that. I'm terribly sorry, we can stop right now if you're not happy. I can't do that. Perhaps pick somebody else, but I can't do that for you. You've got to be strong in your boundaries. You've also got to protect yourself from the fact that you're not going to say, that you're a magician, or that, this is definitely this or that or the other. Hi, pretty doll. What a great name. Hello. Oh, lovely. So thank you very much. Yes, it can come up in a situation of separation. Absolutely it can. Taking a risk. It's not so much about walking away, it's about contemplating what one does, and it would depend where it is in the spread. So, for example, it could be it comes up in the position of another person, or, for example, it could be that it comes up in yourself, or it could be the foundations of the reading. But it depends with how I read, is I use a major card to tell me what it's about. So the major card tells you what it's about, yeah? So let's say it's a Fool. It would be, look, you're taking a risk with a new situation. Fool is new beginning. So something new in your life, you're taking a risk, and you've invested a bit already. Do you see? Let's say it's the Hermit. You've invested a lot, and now you're taking a risk, and it's to do with work, or to do with your solitude, wanting time out, because that's what the Hermit can mean. But it would depend where it is in the spread. So the card, the pair, i.e. the major card, and where it lands. And so that's the system. But you can only learn the system if you know your cards, okay? Because there's no point otherwise. It's a bit like trying to make a sentence up when you don't know the alphabet or basic words, okay? Yeah. Ah, lovely. Yeah, absolutely. Pretty doll, thank you for your subscription. I need some water. The aircon's on, sorry. But, as you can see, I am teaching what the card means. When it comes, pretty doll, to wanting a reading, it is Fridays, and I do an hour, and last night was an hour and 40 minutes. So you're very, very welcome to come in on Friday and have that question answered. But I'm afraid not today, because today this is about tuition. Thank you for your understanding. I hope that makes sense to you. But lovely to have you, and thank you very much for your subscription. Press the bell, and then you will know when I come on next week, and every week to give you readings for free. And how it works is you type Q, and I'm able then to actually see. Yeah, okay. So, oh, what time? 5 p.m. BST, British Summer Time. Okay, so let's move this to the next card, and we are doing the Eight of Pentacles today. Okay, and this is a card of the self-employed. So this card comes up if you are making money by being self-employed. I'm self-employed. So Eight of Pentacles comes up in my readings, okay? Oh, pretty darling, you're welcome. I'm sorry to disappoint, and I know it's a bit confusing because I do both. I teach and I give readings on YouTube, but if you remember, Fridays around 5 BST or GMT, depending on what season it is, whether we are in summertime, British summertime, or whether we are in general meantime. So if you check on that, the bell is pressed, you just get an alert and know that it's coming in, and I can answer your question. If you want, pretty darling, you can go and have a look at last night so you can see what I do, and you get a little mini reading of 6 cards. So I hope that helps and gives you a little idea of what I'm doing here as well. So anyone wants to look at that, and there's lots of videos that I've done where I film down and show what my spread is like. And you can see that in relationship readings. Okay, if you go into the elements in my playlist, you can have a look. And I've done it that if you are, for example, I'm a Cancerian and my partner is Aries, so I'd be looking for that combination. And so there you can find that if you are water and they are fire, and if you are water and they are water, and you water and they are air, water and earth, and I've done it for all the elements. So there's 16 videos there. So if you want to look at that, that's brilliant. Okay, that's a good one to look at, and it's timeless, by the way. So back to the Eight of Pentacles, our figure sits on a bench, and it looks like he is carving out money, making money. As the expression goes, a license to print money. So this is a card of the self-employed, and this is how our figure makes money via his skills. So I make money via my skills. I have a deck of tarot cards, and off I go. If I don't have tarot cards, I have to use something in replacement for that. So that could be an object that, I am looking at somebody's ring, or I am looking at an object, called psychometry. But, I will not be able to give the substance that I can give when I've got a deck of cards. I could maybe go on 15 minutes, maximum of an hour, maximum. And that would be really, really struggling, because there's not enough meat on the bone to kind of just go with, I feel I'm this, I'm that, So, yeah, it's that kind of thing. Manpreet, please, this is tuition, okay? It is not about answering your burning tarot questions. This is how to read the cards. So today is tuition. Sorry, not readings, okay? And there's my moderator, just trying to help you and give you that information. Fridays at 5 p.m. roughly, British summer time. So this is where someone is making money via their skills. They are working alone, just as I am. Okay, training to be something on your own. So that means you've trained in what you're doing. This is why I'm saying the training comes up with the tarot courses, being able to learn how to be a professional reader, not just an enthusiast. You can go all the way, or if you choose, you can hang around there and simply enjoy having it as a hobby. It's very, very skillful. So this isn't about, I just kind of, turn up and I do it. The skill involved, study, carving out one's future. An apprenticeship, particularly in a craft. And here it looks like this person is able to be a mason, a stonemason, or maybe this is metalwork that he is working on. We don't know. It looks like metal, but we don't know, do we? We have to kind of use our imagination there. But either way, we can see that this is exquisite and detailed work. So there's a satisfaction coming from a job well done from our figure. It could be repetitive tasks, yes, same sort of thing. Mastery is involved, skill development is involved, patience. Remember, it takes time, patience, perseverance to excel in practical skills. And one of the main messages of this card is that things don't happen overnight. You have to be prepared to keep working and improving within your chosen field. So that is what it is, okay? Eight of Pentacles is a positive card. Absolutely, it's a positive card. Yes, absolutely. Very positive. In a yes or no question, positive. All Pentacles are positive. Okay, even if there are struggles involved, there are still positive. The 5 is one of struggles, okay, but all of the Pentacles, why? Because you've got something that is productive, and from production you have choices. You have something. Pentacles are things that are tangible. It's like me holding up this card to you. You've got that, and you've got that. Okay, so as you put the two together, you've got something. So positive, yes. Okay, sorry, when I'm teaching, I answer the questions as after I have kind of gone through, shall we say, the list of what I wanted to say. Okay, so any questions? Nazil, if you've got any more questions on that, I would look to try and find a method. Yes. Welcome to the Pentacle family, the Minor Arcana, the Suit of Pentacles, the Earth family. Here you can enroll into my comprehensive video course with me, where I will teach you everything you need to know about the Suit of Pentacles. Now, deep down, most people will probably own a deck of cards and really don't know how to read them. And that's sad if you're an aspiring tarot reader and you want to know so much more. Here's a course where you can learn at your own pace and start the lessons whenever you desire. By going on to the system, you're able to follow the strategy of how this unique course allows you to learn the symbology of the Rider-Waite base decks and what the element of Earth really means. Pentacles answer the questions about finances, comfort, industry, and productivity. Earth is tactile and tangible and deals with the ability to manifest your goals. It represents the resources that we need to build our lives and ambitions, and creates the foundations, which is stable, supportive, and fertile. The sensory existence and the seeking of pleasurable and sometimes indulgent experiences. You will also learn the negative aspect of the Suit of Pentacles, including being possessive, greedy, and overly materialistic. You will learn about overindulging and not exercising, managing one's finances to the detriment of other life priorities. Here's a little bit about me. My name is Anne-Marie. I'm your instructor, taking you through the Minor Arcana, the Pentacles. So why not enroll now and learn as much as you can about the Earth family, the Suit of Pentacles. Here's a course where you can learn my unique system and fast. Hi, so here I am again with you in another scene, and we've come out of the PDF, and I am here to show you some of the cards of the collection, the big collection that I've got. I've got this 7 and 8 of Pentacles to show you in various decks. I just want to take a moment before we go on. Although I am very, very grateful that people are making comments on here, please do understand that this is training to learn the tarot. And if you continue to keep sort of typing, when will, how will, can you answer this? I'm ever so sorry, but I'm just simply going to continue with what I'm doing on the live. We cannot have readings coming in with tuition. I do both. and I set one side a day for readings, and yesterday I did 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's of my time. It takes 3 hours to get it together. It takes another 5 to kind of edit it all out and put it so that people can watch it and put it in playlists and all the rest of it, so it's easy to find. And, I'm not monetized. I'm here to help people, but I'm here to help everybody. And today it feels as if you are ignoring what we are saying, which is, it is just about tuition. It's not about who said I'd do this. Please do not try to insist that you get what you want, because you won't. It doesn't work like that. Okay, and you won't get a reflection of what is accurate anyway. Okay, so sorry, I'm very firm, and those are my boundaries. And Friday, and that is it for free readings. Okay, if you want a reading that badly, go and find someone who will give it to you for free, or if you really want to invest in yourself, have professional, proper reading with somebody who you really have a connection with and trust, okay? Because it's important, okay? It's an investment for yourself, okay? So here we are, my darlings. For those of you that want to learn, let's continue, okay? So what do we have? We've got the 7 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles comes from Mythical Tarot deck. Now, this is a deck that I've had for many a year, but it's quite, I find the cardstock on this actual deck very uncomfortable, okay? Just being honest, okay? It doesn't have a smooth sort of, lovely sort of, easy way of being able to hold the cards, like all of the other decks that I have. It's quite thick card, yeah? And believe it or not, it's actually over the years kind of feels really brittle, okay? Beautiful deck, there is nothing wrong with it, one of my absolute favourites, but the cardstock, I just warn you, it just feels a little bit, it can cut your fingers if you know what I mean, because it is rather rough. Anyway, enough about that. There we have a man showing that he has worked, and he has this to show for it, and he has a pentacle there. Now, in the scene, it almost looks as if he is actually saying, I might sell you that pentacle. There's a scene here where there's an exchange going on. Perhaps he's not selling it. Perhaps it's off you go and see what you can do with it. But either way, there is something going on in this scene that's a little bit different to the one that I showed on the PDF. And what I was trying to say earlier is, if you want a copy of the PDF, write to me, hello@tarotcourses.online. Now, did I? Yeah. I think. There you go. All right. I'll leave that up there. I thought I'd made one. So there you go. If you want the PDF that I did, just write to me at that above address. I hope that that's okay, and I hope that you can all see that, okay? All right, so if you need to get your copy, please write to me. And Linda, I have not forgotten you. It's just been one of those weeks. Do bear in mind that we are in hot weather here, and I have 10 dogs. A lot of them are rescues, and 3 are puppies, and one of those is rescued, and the other 2 was my personal choice to extend them into our home. So it requires a lot of work. I'm full-time, 7 days a week, as in on readings. I've already done one this morning, first thing. I've got another one to do this afternoon, and who knows about what's going on in the evening. So I have to jump in and try and get this exactly right, okay? It really is a case of saying that I want to share with you any experience that I can pass on to you to help you, because I know what it's like to be out there and not be able to find what you're searching for, which is probably a system and an understanding to be able to develop yourself further. So that's free, by the way. If you jump onto tarotcourses.online, my website, you can buy the tarot journal, you can buy the tarot keywords. Now that's a lovely one. So they're all about £4 or £5, so nothing too expensive. But if you want the free version, you're welcome to have it. So Linda, I will be sending you your copy. It's on my list to do, and I will get round to it when I get a moment this weekend. Okay, so the next deck that I've got to show here, I don't have the box of this one anymore. I'm sorry about that. It's years old, and it just did not survive the test of time. Okay, this is the ViceVersa Tarot. Now, what's lovely about this is that you get an image showing at the front and the back of the card. So let me show you. So you're actually getting 2 cards for every card that you've got. You've got the front and the back. So instead of the 78, you're getting double that amount, which is rather a nice idea. Okay, so it's kind of showing you the scene of our figure sitting there waiting for his money to grow on trees and thinking, what shall I do? What shall I do? And then we're seeing him from standing behind, looking at our figure's back while he watches. Well, not much is going to happen there, is it? It's got to get on and do something. Okay, so this deck is ViceVersa, as I mentioned. And so that's really good. The reason I show you different decks is sometimes it can be a little too abstract to actually really know whether or not it's going to work for you. Some you go, my God, I love that. I could really read for hours with that deck. Good, that's what I'm here to show you. Or that's not for me. I'd be wasting my money. I love it, but I can't use it. Or I'm going to add it to my collection, and maybe I will actually in time feel that I could grow with it, or I'll see different things in it. So I choose decks for many different reasons. A, I've got to like it. B, it's got to be able to work. And C, it's got to be something that makes sense to me. Okay, I don't use cards that I don't actually feel are going to actually give a good reading. But I can understand how you can struggle if you're a novice. So just thought I'd show you some. So this is the Borderless edition of the Smith-Waite Tarot deck. There you go. Okay, and that's very much like I showed in my PDF. Yeah. So can you see that that's kind of what we've got going on? Okay, and you can see that here we have the scene of him going, gosh, what shall I do? The colours in this are a little bit different. It has no border around it, which is why I chose it. I needed an upgrade for my deck because mine is well worn, simply because I have to keep changing them. I like nice cards to work with, and mine was a bit raggedy. And I like to show on camera, cards that are, this is well used for me. Okay, it's bending a little bit, but that's the heat, and I do look after them. I put them in boxes or bags. I can show you those in a minute. I didn't want to bring them on the desk because I did put them on the desk and it's like, that looks messy, so you can't really see. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so 7 of coins in this one, as it's called. This is lovely. This is from a deck called the Fantastic Menagerie deck. Okay, and here we can kind of see that, here is somebody. It's all about animals and it shows scenes, and here it just looks like they're working as a team, and now it's a case of, right, okay, we'll see, the proof is in the dish, okay, and what's going to happen, what's next. So it's a lovely, lovely deck and has many different scenes as of different animals. I'll just show you the one underneath. Yeah, see, animals all in it. Why did I choose that one? Because the actual sort of symbology in there, in different cards, is fabulous. It speaks to you in so many different ways, especially the devil card. We've got a wolf dressed up in, finery. So things like that, something that kind of speaks to you where you go, gosh, that really, really says it all. So absolutely lovely. Okay. Right. So the next thing here, okay, is we've got the 7 of Pentacles here in the giant Rider-Waite sort of deck. Okay, giant. You can see the difference in sort of size. This is without a border, and if I put this is kind of like, gives you some idea, doesn't it? Much harder to shuffle. why did I actually get this? Because when I'm on Instagram and places like that, or before I got my scene where my camera faces downwards so you can see my table in the way that you do, what I actually wanted to do was to be able to show the card very clearly, you know, like that to the camera, okay? Sorry. Right? But you know, you don't need to do that, you know, and I do a lot of work as in with my social media, and these are great cards to actually scan and show images, particularly if you're doing a live on Instagram. You can't actually stream to Instagram and the platforms that we're on. It doesn't work with YouTube and LinkedIn and all of that, you see. Okay, that's something you have to do. Okay, so I'm sorry that you're all a bit confused about wanting readings. No, this is tuition, and I put that very clearly on the label. I hope that that went out okay. I don't really know why we've got so much confusion today, and we seem to have a lot of new people that don't really quite understand that it is about learning how to read the cards. So if you want to learn tarot, that's what it is. Thanks, Alka. Thanks for your understanding. Okay, so I do that, but not today. It's Fridays. Okay, so let's move this. Okay, I don't seem to have anybody here from Twitch today. Okay, yeah, it's kind of, look, we've got YouTube going bananas. We haven't even got anybody coming in here from Facebook. Not quite sure why that is. Okay, we've got lots of groups there, and there we are, Krishna. There is one from Facebook, so it did go through. Just worried about that for a moment. Okay, so we've only really had one question here relating to what I'm doing. It's all been about confusion of you expecting to get a reading. Sorry about that. Okay, so in our cards here, 8 of Pentacles, the Mythical Tarot deck, okay, we see our figure carving out and making money, okay, and it looks here as if he is in some way, you know, some sort of mason making. These look like rocks on the floor here, and there he is, very skilled working. Beautiful scenery around. Although there are mountains and hills behind, it's green, and it looks as if he is supported in his endeavours. There is water in the background, which suggests emotions are involved here. There are grapes growing around him on the scenery here, which suggests that this is wholesome and very, very abundant for him. So this is good, you know, and he looks skilled, he looks calm. This is a lovely, lovely scene. So you see some you know, shall I say, cards in the deck might be, oh, I don't really like that particular card, but you might like the rest of the deck. Okay, so you know, it's some you win, some you lose, and yeah, there are reviews, but my I do sort of unboxing myself. But there's a lot of new decks being shown. I've got a lot of old decks, and so some of them are real treasures, and it's just nice for you to be able to choose what you think you can work with when you are learning the tarot yourself. Okay, so in our vice versa here, okay, we are shown a figure who again is working and carving out something on a bench, and here we have pentacle being shown here, and the pentacles, kind of just a hint of them going up the walls there, and what looks like, you know, a child. Is this figure when he was a child? Is this his child? It's lovely. Great if we turn it over, look. We don't see that. Suddenly, what was all wispy in the child, poof, it's gone. Isn't that lovely? Yeah? So I think that's an absolutely beautiful deck, and actually just says so much, and you know, such a bargain. Okay, terribly sorry that I don't have the box for that, but that would be impossible. That went quite some time ago, 30 odd years maybe. I've had that deck, about 35 possibly. Still got bright colours though, hasn't it? Okay. Right, so our Borderless Smith-Waite Tarot deck. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. And yeah, no border, so you get the full sort of image. Yeah. And in there, you can see our figure carving out his life and his money and his productivity. He's skilled and he is capable of being able to work alone. So, you know, it's paid off. He's making money, and there he is showing, you know, what he's doing, accumulating that. Okay. In this, the Fantastic Menagerie deck, we see our figures sitting there and being able to work in a team, like an orchestra, and being able to work together. So, you know, when you are skilled, you are able to join things, and you hope that you are in a wonderful, wonderful place to be able to really work hard with your colleagues. And then you can be creative, and then you can go on, and it can be completely wholesome in the way that you do it. Okay, so that's our Fantastic Menagerie deck. This is the Giant Rider Waite deck, gorgeous again. It's our character, you know, same thing. It's clear he's carving out money, he's skilled, he's capable, he can work alone, and, you know, he's progressing. So that's some of our different sort of decks, and I hope that there are some there that you will enjoy. Okay, right, let's have a look at your comments. Vanny, I'm really sorry, I'm not doing readings today. It's tuition, darling. Sorry about that. Oh, I went to school with this fellow. He's an absolute sweetie. Hi, Benito. How are you? Actually, yes. I don't normally pop them on, but I just thought, well, you know, there you go. Hi, Sunny Girl. How are you? So, yes, he's admiring my rings. It's actually my engagement ring, but I'm afraid I would lose it. Okay. And this was the one I picked as an engagement ring before that. So, yes, I'm a lucky girl. Yeah, I've had those quite some time, but as you see, it just a little bit loose. So they I got them in Dubai, and although where I am, not felt confident enough as somebody to kind of scale that down to the size of my fingers now. Too many swapsies could happen. Yeah, Sunny Girl. Okay, hi. How are you? Sunny Girl, no, darling, I am doing tuition. Okay, so thank you all for coming along today. And I'm sorry if there has been some confusion about the fact that this is readings, but it is not. It is tuition at the weekends, on Saturdays or Sundays, depending on when I am able to do that. Okay. Daniel Smith, interested. Interesting comment. Thank you. I'm not quite sure what about, but if you want to type a little bit further, please do let me know. Oh, it's the lovely doctor. Hi. How are you? Oh, how are you doing? I think you're in Romania, aren't you, Marius? Yeah? Andrea Ginger. Is that how you say it? Ginger is how we pronounce it. Hello. Oh, Shamila. Hi, how are you doing? Thank you very much. Yeah, oh, you are. I hope you're having a little time, restful time for yourself to recoup from the wonderful work that you do as a doctor. And thank you for looking after us all. We never know whose hands we end up in. We're lucky to have someone like you. It's lovely to see you. I missed you sort of on the Friday slots, but I'm sure as and when. So I hope you've got some time, Marius, to be relaxed, and just even sometimes just looking at some of the cards and feeling that it can take your mind, let your thoughts roll and let your feelings go. And if you are interested in ever being able to read your own cards or anyone else, you know, just looking at this, you are able to progress. Okay, so yeah, lovely. Okay, right. I'm going to play Marius. Thanks for saying hi. I don't know how long you've been watching. I've got quite a few people on today, but unfortunately they're all asking for readings. So sorry about that, folks. Saturday is training. So let me show you where to go for the courses and what it can do for you, and I'll play you out, and I will see you next week for more training on Saturdays and Fridays for your free readings, okay? And until then, I wish you all the very best. Have a wonderful weekend, and do take care of yourself and each other. For now, I'm going to show you how you can use tarot in your life. It's a little video I made, and then you can have a little look at some of the cards of the Groovy Waite Tarot. All right, till then, take care of yourself, everyone. Thanks for having me.